Okay, so this video is mainly going to be for people with no credit. So if you're 18 and have no credit, or if you have only limited credit history, this video is going to be for you. But also if you still have bad credit, I am going to show you how to get a higher credit score, and I'm going to help you build your credit fast. And at the very end of this video, if all my other strategies, advice, tips don't work for you, I have another option you can take to start building credit. So that first strategy I have is to get these two secured credit cards. Especially if you have no credit or limited credit, the Discover It Secured card and the Capital One Quick Silver Secured card. This is a new card that's being offered by Capital One. The reason I'm recommending that you get both of these cards is that they are both cashback cards, so you will be earning rewards while your card is secured. And the other reason is that both of these secured credit cards will graduate to unsecured. So all you need to do is to put down your deposit, a minimum deposit of $200 for each card, and then after a period of time, your security deposit will be refunded if you're making payments on time. The Discover It Secured card will graduate the fastest at around 7 months. And then as for the Capital One, typically people are saying about 1 year you can expect for that card to graduate as well. And in both situations, they will refund your security deposit, and you will have two cashback credit cards that are unsecured with no annual fees. So these would be two cards you can hold on to for years to come. So if you are on a budget, especially if you have some positive credit history already built, then I would recommend the Capital One Secured Platinum card, because for many individuals they are only required to either put down $49 or $99 for a security deposit. And you can check to see if you can pre-qualify, and then at that point, if you do, they would tell you what they would require for a security deposit. And again, this is a card that will graduate to unsecured later. And there is also a possibility, if you have some positive credit history already built, that you could even qualify for the Capital One Platinum card for fair credit, which is unsecured. So this is why it's important to use some of these tools that are offered online to help pre-qualify you. You can find it for both the Capital One Secured card and the Discover It Secured card, as well as many other different credit cards. I did a video on 19 different options people have to pre-qualify for credit. This video is for people with no credit all the way to excellent credit. There are 19 different ways you can check to see if you can qualify for a credit card without it impacting your credit score, because these are all soft inquiries. Now, if you do the full application for any of these cards, it's only then that you will see a hard credit inquiry on your report. However, you have a very, very high chance of getting approved for the offer that you pre-qualified for. Occasionally, people can still get denied, but generally speaking, it is a very good indication if you can get approved for a credit card. Okay, so if I'm helping you with this video, appreciate it so much if you could hit the like button. And just know that I do a lot of videos just like this one you're watching now. And if you'd like to see what I'm doing, all my future upcoming videos, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. So if you're new to credit, this is a quick tip. When you get your first few credit cards, you want to make sure that you use about 20% or less of your available line of credit, and then each and every month when you receive your bill, your statement, you want to pay the balance off in full. Doing this continuously, month after month, is one of the biggest things you can do to increase your credit score fast. I have done a lot of different videos on secured credit cards, and you can check it out in my playlist. It's basically for you an entire catalog of some of the best secured credit card offers that are out today, and from there you can decide what is going to be your best option. But as far as I'm concerned, a good place to start would be the Discover It secured card or the Capital One secured credit cards. Another way you can build credit fairly easy if you have limited credit history is to get a car loan. And I would only get a car loan if you actually need a car. But with car loans, they are going to have the car as a physical form of collateral, so they're a little bit more willing to extend credit. Now, your interest rates might be a little bit higher because you may be new to credit, but this is another way you can build credit. It's an installment loan, a way to help raise your credit score. One thing you can do when you're building your credit and you want to learn more, you can check out a book like this one from Liz Weston. I have been recommending it for years. It can give you some helpful insight on how you can build your credit score. So I left a link to that book in the description. You don't even need to buy this book. All you need to do is click on the link, learn more about it, and if it makes sense to you, just visit your local library. They should be able to get it for you. Another recommendation I have is for a store credit card. They tend to be fairly easy to get approved for if you have some established credit history already. And a lot of popular store cards, like Target, tend not to be that difficult to get approved for. However, there is another way you can get approved for credit even without a hard credit inquiry, and that is using the shopping cart trick. The shopping cart trick is done through Community Bank, and it's available for certain store credit cards. One example would be the Express Store Card. Follow simple steps and you can get approved for a store card like this, and you will not have a hard credit inquiry at any point by doing the shopping cart trick. So if you're interested in applying for credit where you don't see a hard credit inquiry on your report, take a look into the shopping cart trick. I recommend that you watch a video on it. I've done them and many other people on YouTube have, so just follow the steps, and this could be another way you can establish credit. I've done a lot of videos on different store credit cards. I'll put some options, link it in the description below. But if you want a little bit more help in increasing your score a little faster, I would recommend getting a self-credit builder loan. When you take out this kind of loan, because it's secured, you do not get that money until you pay off the entire loan. So after 12 months, typically, if all your payments are on time and you have completely paid off your loan, in about a week or two, Self will send you a check for the amount that you took on the loan, usually around $500 or $1,000. Now, the reason I'm recommending that you do this is that a loan, any kind of loan, car loan, mortgage loan, personal loan, that is classified as an installment loan. It's different than a credit card. A credit card is classified as a revolving line of credit. So if you have a MasterCard or Visa card, and then you get a self-credit builder loan, you will have two different types of credit trade accounts on your credit report. And that gives variety. And with variety, it is a little factor to help grow your score even a little higher. All right, so what happens if you have really horrible credit at this point in time and everything I've told you is not helping you at all? Then I have one last option for you, and that is the OpenSky Visa. They say that they approve about 85% of applicants. And the reason I recommend this one, the main reason, is that the fees are lower than other secured credit card offers in this particular category. They're only asking for a $200 security deposit along with a $35 annual fee. So these are credit cards for beginners when you are new to credit, and I gave you different strategies on how you can start building credit fast. If you want to learn more about building credit, make sure you check out these videos here. Please don't forget to hit the like button if I helped you today, and subscribe if you want to see my upcoming videos that I will be doing. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.